Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to our Shatterline mini review. So yeah, we're just going to talk about some of the good parts, some of the bad parts, and yeah, whether you should play this game or not. I mean, TLDR, if you don't want to sit through the whole thing, I understand, and you should just play the game if you're on PC. One of the biggest positives of starting now is that it is still in early access. However, one of the things that devs have stated is that they're not going to wipe your progress when the full game releases in February, so you'll get kind of like that heads up, that gets head start basically, you know. And the game is supported to be console with crossplay, so definitely give it a start now, because we're gonna go with you know, the good parts first. Let's do the good parts of the game. First off, even though it's kind of like the same formula that we've been used to, kind of like a hero shooter in a way, you know, one of the biggest things that I compared it to in the closed betas before you could even talk about it was Destiny, because it had that PvE mixed with PvP dynamic where you could do things in PvE and it would affect your PvP, like weapons, you could unlock attachment, things like that. So yeah, kind of like that hero shooter type of thing, as you can tell with all the abilities I'm spamming and everything. So even though it's that same formula, it feels refreshing, right? The game still does feel new and refreshing. I don't find it super stale at all, even though there's only like 3-4 maps, and maybe 5 now in total, something like that, with just barely a few different modes. But it's just the classic modes that you need, you know. They have search and destroy as demolition, they have team deathmatch, they have domination, and this escort mode that's very Overwatchy where you push the cart through the checkpoints, right? They just have core modes that work well, in a sense, right? So it's pretty fun, pretty good, solid core, very refreshing, very new, but you know, something we're used to at the same time. And it's really hard for any game to pull that off, really, especially a brand new game from an indie devs. So yeah, that's one of the main good parts about the game. Another kind of solid part, gunplay, but that's kind of iffy, depends on who you ask, right? I'm not gonna put it as like being amazing gunplay. However, it's pretty solid, and yeah, you can do amazing things with it. Lots of maneuverability as well. The movement, I think, is probably one of the better portions. I'd rather choose the movement over the gunplay in any game. In this game especially, such good movement, lets you do some super sick plays. So yeah, it's very refreshing, very, very good to play. So give it a go if you enjoy FPS games. I mean, there's not much else to say about, you know, how to praise it, because it's just doing everything decently well. It's not excelling in anything, but it's not like failing in a ton of things. But we are going to talk about the ways that it is failing with the bad stuff next. One of the main bad things about the game right now is the economy in the game. So you earn credits, and with those credits you are able to go ahead and unlock new weapons. The weapons are in a tier system, so you start off with tier 1 and you just use weapons in tier 1 to get experience points, weapon experience points, to get enough to unlock tier 2, and so on and so forth, right? Pretty cool system. So you have to use the previous weapons tiers to basically level up and get more better, quote unquote, better weapons in the higher tiers. The problem comes with the weapons are very attachment heavy, right? So you can get up to 3 attachments, and they don't seem like they do a lot when you're reading it, but it actually makes your guns insanely powerful if you have the right attachments on there, and it's an actual huge difference that you notice for sure. Another thing, because you need attachments, this is where the economy ties in. Where you get credits, you get, I believe it's 150 credits for a team deathmatch and domination win. I don't know about demolition because I personally choose not to play it. So yeah, you get 150 credits. The issue comes that everything costs thousands and thousands of credits. Unlocking an attachment slot costs you like 1,500 credits, and you're getting a tenth of that for winning a team deathmatch, right? The team deathmatch is around 6-7 minutes, so it's not too terrible. The problem comes with there's no performance based credits, so you get the same amount of credits no matter what. in Escort, which the mode takes 10 to 15 minutes, you can grab a 100 kill game and just get the standard 250 credits that everyone will get on the winning team. That's kind of sucky when you're spending like 10, 15, 20 minutes in a game mode just to get a fraction of what you need to unlock an attachment slot, and not even just the weapon. So currently, as it is, the best way to get credits and, you know, to do good, to have better weapons, have better attachments, is to do the tasks as well as have the battle pass. I was trying not to buy the battle pass for the longest time because I wanted to see where they take the game. Just by doing tasks, I was able to unlock the tier 3 assault rifle and have one extra attachment slot to it, and after that I had 500 credits, and I could not get anywhere near enough to unlock the tier 4 weapons or any more attachments. Once I bought the battle pass, my credits increased by, I think, like 15k, 15,000, not 1,500. So in a sense, it's a little borderline pay to win in that regard. And there's also another feature that is currently not pay to win, however it can be. But let's stick with the economy in the game. Yeah, the economy, very slow, and I understand that because they're not going to be resetting everyone's progress, they kind of want it to be a little slower for everyone in early access so that they don't have an insanely high advantage of having every single weapon, every single attachment slot, everything unlocked by the time the game fully releases. Can you do that? Yeah, definitely. I have up to the tier 5s unlocked, and I'm currently grinding the tier 5 assault rifle with one attachment right now, because I'll get to another thing. But yeah, it's very difficult if you don't have the battle pass to get any credits. The task system that I talked about is somewhere in the middle, but I'm gonna put it in the bad section because of the recent tasks. So in order to do those tasks, you have to go ahead and do again, just certain activities in game. One of them is like get a 5 kill streak without dying in PvP with a pistol. I think they lowered that because I guess nobody could get that challenge done, and it was for a lot of blueprints and a lot of credits, so they definitely lowered that. Yeah, man, it's kind of weird how the tasks, they make it so you literally have to go out of your way to do things that will cause you to not win. Like it's making people use a revolver only to try to get 5 kills without dying. Yeah, you're gonna die. You're just gonna feed the enemy team kills, and they have other ones, you know, just outlandish challenges that I still don't even really think the rewards justify them. So yeah, the task system could use a little bit more of a tuning. I get that it's supposed to be weekly tasks for the whole season pass, so it's there for the season and weekly things like that, but I still think that they need to definitely change them in a sense. Weapon balance is all over the place in my opinion. You do have some weapons that are good in some situations, but you still have one weapon, the Zenith, which is still considerably the best weapon overall. It can challenge long range, it can challenge short range. The headshot damage on that makes it the absolute best weapon in the game. If you get one headshot, your time to kill decreases by like so much, and it's very noticeable that weapon can kind of destroy and just be the best overall. Are there other weapons that can win it in certain situations? Yeah, definitely are. You know, like some assault rifles can win it up close a little bit more if they don't get a headshot, or a little bit farther range, and they did do some weapon tuning already, which is amazing. I didn't think these developers would do any weapon tuning yet, but it's so refreshing that they've been able to go ahead and actually tune the weapons, and they brought down the Zenith a little bit at the longer ranges, so it's no longer insane at everything, but it's still kind of the best overall weapon that you can have. And that's weird because it comes at tier 2, so a lot of people can have it pretty fast. The weapons at the higher tiers seem more like specialty weapons as well. They don't seem like they are just better inherently than the weapons before them. They seem like they're better in some situations, right? But the weird part is that the tier 1 and tier 2 assault rifles, you can kind of just use those and farm like crazy because they're just in the best overall spot that they can be, right? So yeah, kind of weird weapon balancing. However, again, the devs are working on getting a more balanced game, and they've already done some weapon tunings, and they are listening to the community, so that's a huge plus. But overall, guys, I do recommend you give this a shot. I don't want to talk for too long. It's such a fun game. It's so refreshing. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.